And welcome to the 8 o'clock news. I'm Priyanshi Sharma, and over the next half an hour, we'll get you the top news stories from the world of politics, crime to entertainment. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. A big DMK government versus Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi flare-up after the governor dismisses Senthil Balaji from the cabinet 2 weeks after he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. This despite the Chief Minister retaining Senthil Balaji in his cabinet after the arrest. The Tamil Nadu government now set to move the Supreme Court, challenging the governor's move, according to sources. Congress's Rahul Gandhi on a two-day visit to violence-hit Manipur. After his convoy was blocked, Rahul Gandhi took a chopper to Churachandpur, which is one of the worst-hit districts. Cops say his convoy was blocked over security concerns. NDTV gets you a ground report. And as the Prime Minister stirred a massive debate with his remarks pushing for uniform civil code, NDTV reports on how any proposed legislation related to UCC is still a long road ahead. New Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister speaks exclusively to NDTV after being promoted ahead of the state elections as the Congress attempts to ensure the bitter rivalry between the Singh, Deo and Baghel camps does not hurt their prospects. Deo says his rival is the undisputed leader in the state. But is the patch-up in the state a case of too little, too late? Cancer concerns over artificial sweeteners. The World Health Organization likely to declare the artificial sweetener aspartame carcinogen, according to reports. WHO says that the results of their findings over this sweetener will be out by the 14th of July. Violence, unrest and torched cars in France as clashes continue for 2 nights. Clashes in France over the death of a teenager as he was shot dead by a police officer. In France, 31 people have been arrested and over 30 police officers injured in the clashes. And we wish you Eid Mubarak. India celebrates Eid al-Adha today and devotees offered namaz at the Taj Mahal on the festival of Eid. A lead breaking story that we are tracking in a contentious move and the first of its kind in recent memory. The Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi has dismissed the Minister V. Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers without consulting the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, and this further escalates the ongoing standoff between the state's DMK government and the Governor R.N. Ravi. My colleague Arvind Gunasekar joining us for more on this. And Arvind, the dismissal comes 2 weeks after Senthil Balaji was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. So what are the reasons given by the governor? Under what powers has he done this? And this is fairly unprecedented, isn't it?
Yeah, Priyanshi, Tamil Nadu governor has ordered dismissal of Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers in the state of Tamil Nadu, and according to our sources in the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's office, Chief Minister did not recommend his removal from the Council of Ministers. So without the recommendation of the Chief Minister, Tamil Nadu Governor has ordered dismissal of Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers. Though the Governor is citing that Senthil Balaji is currently in judicial custody and he is also facing criminal investigation, and that's why he cannot continue as Council of Ministers. But if we speak to legal experts, they say that the decision of the Tamil Nadu Governor is per se not constitutional, because though the governor is saying that Article 164 of the Constitution say that though the minister should be appointed on the recommendation of the Chief Minister, but the article also says that the minister shall hold the post with the pleasure of the governor. In this particular case, because that particular term says that the minister holds the post with the pleasure of the governor, and that's why governor says that because he faces several criminal investigation, and that's why he has decided to dismiss from the cabinet. But legal experts say that the governor does not enjoy any discretion when it comes to Article 164. Article 164 clearly states that the ministers should be appointed based on the recommendation of the Chief Minister. In this particular case, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Office has clearly told NDTV that they have not given any such recommendation to the governor to remove Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers. But governor taking such a unilateral move is unheard of. It's very extremely unusual, and that's why it has opened gates for another round of confrontation between the state government and the governor. What we are also being told by our sources is that Tamil Nadu government has also decided to knock the doors of the Supreme Court, challenging the unilateral decision of the governor removing Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers. So very soon this particular matter will reach courts, but this is the first time in the history when we speak to our sources of legal experts, they say this is the first time a governor has taken such a step wherein he has unilaterally removed someone from the Council of Ministers.
Right. So very importantly, this is unprecedented, and as Arvind mentioned, that the Tamil Nadu government is now set to approach the Supreme Court challenging this decision by the governor. Thanks very much, Arvind, for joining us with those details. And now moving on to the other big story of the day. Congress's Rahul Gandhi started his two-day visit to Manipur, which has been hit by ethnic violence for close to 2 months now. But there was drama there as he tried to go to the epicenter of the clashes, which is the Churachandpur district. First, the police blocked his convoy, citing security concerns. So Rahul later took a chopper to fly to the district. Here's our ground report showing what all happened.
As women protesters surround his convoy with police around the place, senior Congress leaders trying to convince the people. At the same time, there are other supporters of Rahul Gandhi as well, some slogans of Rahul Gandhi Zindabad as well, but of course quite a tense situation. There's a lot of security here at this point as Rahul Gandhi's convoy is now turning back and heading back to Imphal.
High drama on day one of Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's visit to Manipur. As the state police stopped him from travelling by road to Churachandpur, the epicenter of ethnic violence in the state that has taken over 120 lives so far since May. Mr. Gandhi tweeted this video saying it was unfortunate the government was stopping him despite people from all communities welcoming him. The police claimed Mr. Gandhi's convoy was stopped at Bishnupur, 20 kilometers from Imphal, over security concerns. This led to a flare-up between the police and Congress supporters who were angry at the cops for stopping Mr. Gandhi.
Because we are Indian, he is too an Indian. Why we are killing among ourselves?
Possibility of blasting the grenades along the highway which a VIP is going to move today, chances cannot be ruled out. Chances are high because miscreants on both sides want to highlight whatever grievances they have by attacking the VIP, especially when Rahulji has like figure from the Delhi has come down here along with the local MLAs. We are simply trying to provide security, safety.
ये पॉलिटिकलाइज कर रहा है वो जो मैं सुना है कि ये चीफ मिनिस्टर और एसपी कन्वर्सेशन मणिपुर में बात किया है वो जो चीफ मिनिस्टर का इंस्ट्रक्शन आ रहा है ब्लॉक करने का वो है चल रहा है हाँ क्या है तो अब कोई प्रॉब्लम है वो जो प्रॉब्लम होने से तो ऑर्डर दीजिए ऑर्डर भी नहीं दे रहा है बोल रहा है वो जो सिचुएशन आसान नहीं है खाली सिर्फ लॉ एंड ऑर्डर आसान नहीं है बोल रहा है.
There are claims and counterclaims about the incident in Bishnupur where his convoy was stopped, who stopped his convoy and why. Women protesters have come on record and said that he does not want, that they did not want him to be stopped and that they wanted him to come to Churachandpur, and the police claimed there were women protesters and they advised him to go back to Imphal and come by helicopter. Now of course Mr. Rahul Gandhi went back and he's went to Imphal back, and then of course he came by helicopter here.
Rahul Gandhi eventually did make it to Churachandpur, but a second location on his schedule, Moirang, was cancelled. The situation in Manipur has led to a slanging match between the BJP and the opposition, in particular the Congress. The BJP says the Manipur government and the centre are doing their best to solve the current ethnic tension, and that the opposition is making unwarranted allegations on a sensitive issue. The opposition says the government response so far has been incompetent. With Rahul Gupta and GD Shankar, Bureau Report, NDTV.
So unfortunately, normalcy is far from being a reality there in Manipur, and my colleague Saurav Gupta is still there on the ground, and he sent us this report about the situation there after Rahul Gandhi visited Churachandpur.
Roadblocks like this are common in Manipur during the evenings as a state that has witnessed ethnic violence over the past nearly 2 months. Every evening there are roadblocks like this where, as you see, this road completely has been blocked, and there are, stems or wooden tree trunks that have been set on fire so that vehicles can't pass. So this has of course always been the situation over the last few months, or nearly 2 months after this ethnic violence broke out and the state was engulfed by ethnic violence. Now this is the situation in almost every place that's been affected by violence. We are in Bishnupur district, again one of the areas that has seen violence, and this is of course the situation. Now today of course Congress leader Rahul Gandhi visited Churachandpur, and this is one of the roads that he had to take to go to Churachandpur, but at this point you can see this is the situation where there are roadblocks that have been set up, and every area that has seen violence perhaps in the evenings are also seeing roadblocks like this with tree trunks set on fire and the road completely blocked. You can see on the other side there are vehicles that are stranded because of this. They cannot move. We've of course crossed this place, and now of course this road is completely blocked. With camera person GD Shankar in Bishnupur district of Manipur, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Switching tracks now, even though Prime Minister Narendra Modi pushed for a uniform civil code ahead of the 2024 elections just recently, there's a lot pointing to how it might be a long way before UCC becomes a reality. My colleague Akhilesh is joining us for more on this. And Akhilesh, tell us about the long road to UCC, and will Uttarakhand be leading the way? What does it look like right now?
That's correct, Priyanshi. In fact, Uttarakhand will be the first state in India which will have a uniform civil code for its citizens. In fact, Chief Minister Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami has just tweeted announcing this decision. And Uttarakhand was the first state to formulate a committee. The committee was formulated to formulate a model law. It's not for the recommendations, unlike the case of the Law Commission which makes recommendations. The committee formed by the Uttarakhand is drafting a bill which will be moved in the Uttarakhand Assembly next month in the monsoon session. This is what sources are telling us. Tomorrow this committee is holding an important press conference in Delhi, and in that press conference is likely to announce the format of the model law which is going to present before the state cabinet in Uttarakhand. And apart from that, once the law it becomes a law in Uttarakhand, other BJP ruled states like Madhya Pradesh, Assam and Gujarat, which have announced similar committees, they will follow this model law of Uttarakhand and try to adopt this in their respective states. And apart from those states, the central government will also try to adopt the similar model. And apart from that, the recommendations made by the Law Commission, this will be a key for the central government to move ahead on the uniform civil code. We have been told by the sources that it will take some time. Maybe in the next monsoon, in the winter session of Parliament, this bill will be presented by the central government. Whether it will be referred to a standing committee or not, that will depend upon the government. But of course, it will become a reality very soon, especially by the end of this year.
Right, Akhilesh, thanks very much for joining us with those details. So UCC likely to be a reality by the end of this year, even though it faces opposition from parties such as the Congress. And talking about the Congress party, the party announced a major decision ahead of the Chhattisgarh elections. The Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, Bhupesh Baghel's political rival, T.S. Singh Deo, has been named his deputy ahead of the state elections that are due by this year end. And that has ended speculations about a change in the Chief Minister's post. The move is being seen as the Congress's attempt to ensure that the bitter rivalry between T.S. Singh Deo and Baghel's camps does not hurt the party's prospects in the upcoming elections. But is this supposed patch-up a case of too little, too late? Here's our report.
A new deputy CM for Chhattisgarh just 5 months before the crucial state election. Tribuneshwar Saran Singh Dev, the Maharaja of Chhattisgarh Sarguja and the richest MLA of Chhattisgarh, was named Deputy CM by the Congress last evening. Singh Dev, who was a claimant for the top post in 2018, has been at loggerheads with the Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. Congress sources say the Deputy CM move is a patch-up effort and a show of unity before the crucial state election.
अगले चुनाव में मुख्यमंत्री के दावेदार रहेंगे?
दावेदार में कभी नहीं था,
वहाँ बुलाया गया था 4 लोगों को दिल्ली चुनाव के बाद, तो वो 4 में मैं भी था। अब अगली बार किसको बुलाएंगे वो अपने आप पता चल जाए।
टी.एस. सिंहदेव जी को बधाई, शुभकामनाएं। हमारे वरिष्ठ साथी हैं और ये जो हाईकमान का निर्देश जो हुआ है इससे निश्चित रूप से मजबूती मिलेगी।
But is this a case of too little too late for the Congress in Chhattisgarh? Mr. Dev was among the front runners for the top post in 2018 assembly election, but Mr. Baghel, an OBC who led the party campaign, was the choice of the central leadership. The T.S. Singhdev camp insists there was a rotational power sharing agreement which the party has not honoured. 2 months back, BJP's strongman Kumar Shah joined Congress. This was seen as a masterstroke by Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel to corner T.S. Singhdev on his own turf. Hours after Singhdev was made Deputy CM, the Baghel government announced a cabinet minister rank for his arch-rival Kumar Shah.
कोई आपत्ति नहीं थी। मैंने हमेशा उनको एक सौम्य व्यक्ति, पढ़े लिखे, जागरूक, इंटेलेक्चुअल किस्म के व्यक्ति के रूप में देखा था।
What happens next for the Congress in Chhattisgarh will be keenly watched. In Raipur with Zulfikar Ali and Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
Sticking with politics, Home Minister Amit Shah addressed a rally in Bihar as a part of the celebrations for 9 years of the Modi government. Well, Amit Shah used the opportunity to hit out at the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, saying that the Chief Minister cannot be trusted. He was speaking just days after Nitish Kumar hosted leaders from 16 opposition parties for a mega opposition meet in Patna. And the Home Minister said that the opposition has forgotten all principles. Listen in.
जो नेता हर बार घर बदले, इस पर विश्वास कर सकते हैं क्या? जोर से बोलिए, कर सकते हैं क्या? ऐसे व्यक्ति के हाथ में बिहार सौंपना चाहिए क्या? मित्रों, उनको भी मालूम है नीतीश बाबू यहीं रहना चाहते हैं, मुख्यमंत्री रहना चाहते हैं और इसी बहाने सारे भाजपा विरोधियों को इकट्ठा किया। अभी एक बहुत बड़ा फोटो मैंने देखा और बहुत बड़ा फोटो देखकर मुझे आश्चर्य हुआ। उन्होंने कहा 20 पार्टियां आई, 20 से ज्यादा पार्टियां इकट्ठा हो गई। वो बात तो सही है, 20 से ज्यादा पार्टियां इकट्ठा कर ली नीतीश बाबू, मगर ये 20 पार्टियां है कौन? ये 20 पार्टियां वो हैं जिन्होंने 2004 से 14 में 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का घपला, घोटाला और भ्रष्टाचार किया है। एक कांग्रेस पार्टी भी अजीब प्रकार की पार्टी। राजनीति में कोई भी नेता को पहली बार लॉन्च किया जाता है। हम तो ऐसी पार्टी से आते हैं जहां नेता का लॉन्चिंग नहीं होता, जनता ही नेता को लॉन्च कर देती है। मगर कांग्रेस हर साल 20 साल से, कितने साल से, जरा जोर से बोलो, 20 साल से, कितने साल से? 20 साल से राहुल बाबा का लॉन्चिंग कर रही है, मगर ये लॉन्चिंग नहीं होते।
जुमलेबाजी की भी कोई सीमा होती है। मुंगेर मेडिकल कॉलेज कह रहे केंद्र सरकार ने बनवा दिया, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज केंद्र सरकार ने बनवा दिया। अरे भाई गृह मंत्री जी, जरा कुछ ज्ञानवर्धन तो करते। वो पूरे राज्य सरकार की योजना का है।
Now to some concerning news. There's an increased risk of cancer linked to a popular artificial sweetener that many of us might be consuming. Aspartame, which is one of the world's most commonly used artificial sweeteners, has come under renewed scrutiny in the United States after a new research linked it to a possible increased cancer risk, according to several reports. In fact, Reuters has reported that WHO's Cancer Research Agency is set to declare this popular sugar substitute a possible carcinogen next month. This is concerning as this is a popular sweetener that we're talking about. It's used in Diet Coke, some chewing gums and popular drinks as well. In a statement to NDTV, WHO, the World Health Organization, has said that they have assessed the potential carcinogenic effect of this sweetener and the results of their evaluations will be out by the 14th of July. This comes more than a month after WHO had warned against using artificial sweeteners, saying that these sweeteners can lead to an increase increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases and mortality in adults. And now it has been directly linked to cancer in several reports. The big international story now, unrest erupted in France for a second night in a row as over the fatal shooting of a teenager by the police. Several cars and buses have been torched and around 2,000 riot police have been called after a 17-year-old was shot in the chest at point-blank range by the police on Tuesday morning. Now, to understand what's really happening there, we have a reporter joining us from Nanterre in Paris, where this entire protest erupted. Clovis Cassidy is now joining us. And Clovis, take us through what's the situation right now and how are the officials trying to control it?
So the march began around 2 p.m. and it was peaceful, and now it's turned sour around Nanterre, with clashes with police firing tear gas at demonstrators and a tense situation here on the streets of Nanterre. And you have many anti-riot police forces deployed trying to bring back calm. All of this caused, of course, by the killing of a young 17-year-old male who was shot dead by police forces as they tried to prevent his car from driving by after police stopped him. And it has caused anger among communities in Nanterre and in these parts of the French suburbs, the suburbs of Paris.
Clovis, thanks very much for joining us with those details. So as we just heard that the tensions they're continuing over the death of this 17-year-old. We'll continue tracking the updates from Paris. But for now, switching tracks, Oscars Academy list of 398 new members is out, and it includes some top Indian stars. My colleague Arun Singh tells us which Indian stars have been included and what is the significance of this.
The Academy, aka Oscars, has new members, and it includes Indian artists like Karan Johar, Junior NTR, Ram Charan, composer MM Keeravani, producer Siddharth Roy Kapoor. But what does it mean to be a member of the Academy, and how does one become one? Hi, Arun Singh. I'm here to explain exactly that. First, what do members do? They contribute to who gets nominated and wins Oscars through their vote. Now that's a huge honor. What does it mean to be an Academy member? It means you've been recognized by industry professionals as having contributed to the world of filmmaking. How does one become a member? There are 18 different branches of members like director, actor, producer, etc. You cannot apply to be a member. The process is by sponsorship. Candidates must be sponsored by 2 Academy members from their branch. But if you're an Academy Award nominee or winner, you're automatically considered for membership and do not require sponsors. A global hit RRR won an Oscar for Natu Natu, and from the team stars Ram Charan and Junior NTR, cinematographer KK Senthil Kumar, winning composer MM Keeravani and lyricist Chandra Bose are invited to be the members. Filmmaker Shaunak Sen, whose documentary All That Breathes was nominated at this year's Academy Awards, is also one of the members. Arun Singh signing off for NDTV.
And finally, all of us at NDTV wish you Eid Mubarak. India celebrated Eid al-Adha today with devotees offering namaz across states, including at the Taj Mahal in Agra. The Prime Minister and the President also extended their wishes. The Prime Minister said that I offer my sincere congratulations and good wishes to all my countrymen, especially Muslim brothers and sisters. And Eid al-Adha is a festival of love and sacrifice. This festival encourages us to follow the path of sacrifice and selfless service to humanity. There you can see the BSF personnel and Pakistan Rangers also exchange sweets at the Wagah border.